That ending of this chapter was something I did not expect at all after the fight with Escanor versus Estarossa. That was left field. Well, I guess right side of the screen for you, but to me, left field. Fucking left field. I'm like, Denzel summoning a goddess. Now, this is some pretty hype shit, because, as we know, when it comes to the world building of Taizai, we know about the Giant Clan, we know about the Demon Clan, we know about the Human Clan, we know about the Druids, and we know about the Fairies. One of the things we've never seen is the Goddess Clan. We have heard so much about the Goddess Clan. They've been built up for a long time, 100 plus chapters now. That's how long they've been built up. And for the first time in Taizai, with this chapter, we get introduced to a goddess. Now, at this time, I have no idea how strong this goddess is. I'm going to assume strong, but we have no idea how the ranking system of goddesses work. We have no idea at all. We don't know how strong this goddess is. Could it compare to Escanor or someone like Estarossa? I have no fucking idea. But this is the first time a goddess has been introduced in Taizai. We have finally seen a goddess. And overall, I'm hyped to see where this is going to go, especially with how the Ten Commandments are going to fight the said goddess. Because, you know, we know the Goddess Clan and the Demon Clan, they've had this rivalry for a very long time, an ancient rivalry. They fought each other in the past. And so seeing a goddess pop up, this is pretty badass. I can't wait to see how the outcome of this match is going to be. Now, talking about the actual character, because I know everybody's going to mention it, I might as well just get it out and talk about it before I continue on with this video. Everybody's probably going to be pointing out, oh my god, that goddess's Opie is just fucking huge. Yes, yeah, way bigger than Matrona and Diane. So, like, we thought the Giant Clan's fucking breasts were just gigantic. No, they have nothing on the fucking Goddess Clan. No, they have nothing. Nothing. Straight up, they have nothing. So we have, you know, boobs versus ass. That's kind of what is going on here. If you think about it in a funny sense, you have ass girl versus boob girl. There you go. GG. Anyways, getting off of that, let's talk about the beginning portion of the chapter. So, the fight between Escanor versus Estarossa. Whoa, I was gonna mess up there. The fight between Escanor versus Estarossa, it concludes. And it looks, from the way the chapter was showed, it looked like Estarossa was melting. It legit looked like he was melting. His armor was completely melted. It looked like he was about to just burn into ashes. And then you saw Zeldris pop up trying to stop the blast, and he got just thrown the fuck back as well. And we instantly get told after this by two of the Ten Commandments that their power just vanished. It's completely gone. They vanished completely. And that is something interesting. I want to dive in. I have a theory about that I want to talk about. But with what Escanor did, he just straight up shit on another two Ten Commandments. This man has how many Ten Commandments has this man fought? He's fought Gon, Scylla, Estarossa now, and then now Zeldris. He kind of passively shit on. So Escanor has almost taken out half of the Ten Commandments by himself. This man's ridiculous. He's fucking ridiculous. Even if Estarossa and Zeldris are alive, it doesn't matter. Escanor has shit on almost half of the Ten Commandments by himself. No help. The feats right now. The feats of Escanor is just ridiculous. And we also get hints that Escanor can't even control his ability completely. Because it's been forever, it's been ages since he had to go out like this and use his ability and exert himself. So he actually hints that he is not even at his proper form, how he would normally be in the past. He can't control his power as much as he would like. And that is scary as fuck. So this man, he's having to concentrate a lot harder to control his abilities than he would have in the past. So this is kind of like a nerf for Escanor. Holy fuck! And then on top of that, Escanor, as we know, he was like 30 minutes away from the Noon Peak. So he wasn't even really close to his max yet. So instantly, Escanor just so fucking OP. The man is OP. So let's talk about what I think happened to Estarossa and Zeldris. Now, Zeldris, granted, I think he is alive. I really do. I highly doubt Zeldris is dead. There is a possibility Estarossa could be alive as well. But I have a theory about this, and I want to kind of mention it. And it's something I would like to see, like the direction to go. And I'm not going to say this is going to happen. I'm not saying this will happen. I'm just saying I would like to see something like this, because it'd be very nice, and it'd be really great foreshadowing if Nakaba-sensei hinted towards this. As we know, a very long time ago, there was a prophecy. You would have 3 heroes. They would confront a monster the likeness of a mountain. What did we see in the recent chapters? We saw the Demon King talking to Meliodas, and his size was like a mountain. What just happened apparently to Zeldris and Estarossa? They died. Their power vanished. What if they died, and they end up in the same place to where Meliodas is? Think about that. They go to the same place where Meliodas is, and they have to fight their father. The 3 heroes have to work together to fight their father or something. Think about that. Just think about that for a second. Wouldn't that be kind of interesting? Now, I'm not saying that's going to happen. I highly doubt it will happen. I'm just saying it'd be very cool if, you know, Zeldris and Estarossa appeared in the same location, or Meliodas was, while he's fighting his father, the Demon King. I would like that. I would really like that if that happened. But like I said, I highly doubt that's going to happen, but maybe it could happen. Because we know there's, you know, a prophecy with a likeness to a mountain. So getting off of that, let's talk about the entire section, which, oh my god. I almost busted a fucking gut. I posted it on Twitter as well. When you have a tour after the aftermath of Escanor, we cut over to, you know, Gil and all of them, where Hauser and Bon is. And you see how they're trying to figure out what they need to do next. They need to evacuate the castle, try to run away and get out. And there's a little bit of a dispute, and eventually the Holy Knights from the town make their way back there. And we found out that they're controlled by a commandment. They're working for the Demon King. And the funny thing about this entire scene, it's just fucked up. Bon he gets stabbed. I'll probably have it on the screen here. Bon gets legit stabbed in the stomach and through the back, straight through his heart, and he's just sitting there turning his head like, oh, this must be the handiwork of another commandment. And I'm like, and what's even more fucked up is when you look at the face of the stabbers, they are freaking the fuck out. Like, they're so freaked out by Bon's reaction. They're like, what is this man? Because as we know, Bon's the unkillable. And when you see these people just stabbing him and shit, they're stabbing straight for the damn heart. And he's just like talking normal, not even giving a shit, not even trying to dodge. They're like, what is wrong with this man? What is wrong? And hopefully I'm not the only one to notice, but that entire dialogue, whoa. That entire dialogue, that reminded me of the dialogue you would see from JoJo. This must be the handiwork of an enemy stand. That's what it reminded me of. And I'm like, yo, okay, great. So seeing, you know, Bon say that, it reminded me of JoJo, and it was just funny to see how savage he was, not just giving a shit at all about him being stabbed. And then Denzel walks out. So, Denzel, he's had a little bit of a mystery aura around him. And I've been wanting to see more from this man for a long time now, since his confrontation with Fraudrin. He's had this, you know, build up to where he could possibly be a surprisingly strong character. And we finally get to see some of the things he is capable of. He straight up summons a goddess with his sword, and I'm like, we're in Bleach now. Bleach is happening. I guess, you know, Nakaba-sensei's honoring Kubo, because, you know, Bleach is ending this upcoming week. I'm assuming Nakaba-sensei's honoring Kubo, and he's doing a Bankai goddess sword. That's what's going on here. But all jokes aside, though, Denzel, he summons a goddess by sacrificing his own self. He legit says he's giving up his life, he's becoming a vessel for this goddess, to summon this goddess, and then he's going to lay down his life. So once the fight is done, regardless of what happens, if he wins or loses, Denzel will die. He's done. So it's kind of sad to see that he will die, but it's also going to show you the weight of how strong this spell is, using a goddess, using some form of goddess power. It shows you how strong this goddess is, for him to lay down his life like that. So I'm actually quite hyped and interested for him to be laying down his life. It most likely is a very strong goddess. And hopefully I'm not the only one to notice it, but Denzel's eyes, if you look close at, like, the final part, Denzel's eyes have the same pattern as Elizabeth. Yeah, no joke. Go to chapter, like, oh god, like 98, 97, 98. It was around that time, maybe 96. It was around those chapters, like 95 through 98. It is one of those chapters when you had it to where Elizabeth was kind of going up against Hindi. We saw Elizabeth's eyes, and her eyes had that exact same symbol that Denzel had in this chapter, and that kind of hints at what maybe Elizabeth is capable of if Denzel is doing something like this. Maybe Elizabeth has like a goddess inside of her or something, or maybe she can summon a goddess. I mean, I have no idea at all, but there's a lot of questions out for Denzel to have eyes like that, and it's the first time we've ever seen a character have eyes like Elizabeth. There's a lot of connection going on right there, so I can't wait to see where that's going to go. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. How do you feel about this week's chapter of Taizai? Did you enjoy it? Did you hate it? Let me know your honest thoughts in the comments below. I love you all so much. Please be safe. Chibi out.